Did you feel X-23 pretty similar to Wolverine from a flavor and from the Mac? No. X-23 felt completely different than Wolverine, which makes me very happy. Felt very different. We'll do our initial hot takes, right? We'll do hot takes after 3 games with X-23. So, what I will say is, I was wrong. I thought X-23 was going to be the weakest hero of the bunch from this cycle. I don't think that's the case at all. X-23 was just... X-23 was able to control the board a lot better than I thought she was. Threat removal, I didn't figure out a really good system for it yet. To use her one card that uses your attack. I didn't do that a ton, and I should have. What was it? Animal Instinct, where you get to add your attack onto it. I didn't use that card enough to remove threat. And I really should have, I think. I think threat reduction was her worst thing that she does, or removing threat, I feel like was her worst thing. She has the ability to just get rid of enemies so quickly. There was times you play aggression every game, and that's true. I played aggression every single time. So playing Justice, I think it would just change everything right away. But I do think that one thing that was cool with her was not only could I do massive amounts of damage to the villain, but there were times when we had the villain and 3 minions out there, and I cleared 3 minions in the turn, right? Just got rid of it. It was crazy, right? It was really, really crazy. On top of that, I think what was pretty cool was I didn't need to use Honey Badger as much as I thought I would. I think there was a game in there or two that we just didn't use Honey Badger, and another game where we did, and she's very strong with Honey Badger. It's very, very good. So she doesn't play like anyone else, I think. There's some flavor of Quicksilver in there in the sense, or Quicksilver in there in the sense that, you know, he readies up just by readying up. She has to do damage or take damage in order to ready up, so it's a little tougher, but it feels more balanced because she's just that strong. And she is very strong, right? She is very strong. She's stronger than I thought she would be. The ready ups are pretty good. Claw Mastery is a bonkers card, especially when you can ready up with it. I mean, swinging 3 and then swinging for another 3, especially if you use... sorry, this is like a fly right there. If you use the claws themselves to get another +2 attack, is absolutely nuts. You all know I hate doing upgrades and supports. I hate building out my hero. And I felt like if I got the cards, I was able to build her out so incredibly fast, which was really, really cool. Like, really cool. So being able to build out, like, in one turn is nuts. It was just bonkers strong. So she's good. She's very, very good. She doesn't feel like Wolverine, which was nice, right? I was a little worried about that. I felt like she was just Quicksilver with claws. She was as Steven's saying, she was Quicksilver who started with a 2-cost stat upgrade. Like, she's Quicksilver already slightly built out, and then gets... Her upgrades are crazy. Like, there's so much healing potential there, and it's nuts. The one thing I will say is I do think that X-Force Recruit is a huge card to put on the Honey Badger. I think that's almost completely... I think that's almost necessary every single time. Just so that you can use Honey Badger twice and, like, try to cycle through your healing cards of first aid and whatnot. I do think that card is huge for it. And when I start deck building her, I might actually throw 2 of them in there because I really want that card to pop up. First aid is huge. Regenerative card is absolutely huge. Yeah, just strong. It's really strong. So she's really good. She's really good. She's really strong. She was fun. I think the biggest surprise for me, I will say, is that there was more thinking to her than I thought there was going to be. You all know that I love Domino because I felt like I was really thinking through my turn a lot. X-23 felt the same because it was, when am I going to time when I get hit for damage to ready up and then do more attack, right? How am I going to time that with Honey Badger? How am I going to time that with thwarting, right? How am I going to time that with different cards I play? What do I want to play first and second? Like, that was kind of fun. And that was that was fun. And it was fun to try to figure that out. And I enjoy that. I enjoy heroes that make me think a little bit more than just like playing through the motions, right? Without being like cumbersome. It never felt cumbersome. It felt good. It felt fun. I mean, it was fun. She's a fun hero, and I was completely wrong about her in my preview. For sure, I was completely wrong. So, as of right now, like her a lot. I want to do more on stream, some different aspects. I still want to try Justice because I feel like Justice is my wheelhouse. So I do really want to try her in that. And then I want to try a Voltron build with Honey Badger because that could be pretty ridiculous. So, yeah. Building out is also less painful because it doesn't feel like you're sacrificing your own tempo because you just, I mean, the one card is a 2-coster. The rest are all 1s. It's crazy. We need a Scarlet Witch board? Yes, 100%. I throw down for that. That's why I like Extra Force Recruit over extra training cards because basically you just pull it on the X-23 for an extra heal and call off guard protection. Yeah, exactly. For the opposite here, it felt like she just played herself. What do you mean heroic? Out of curiosity. My hot take is that as far as power level goes, X-23 is more powerful than Domino. X-23 starts off faster. I still think the guns and sharpshooter is just a ridiculous combo. But I have to go back and like try them like back to back now. Can't wait to see how much you love Deadpool. You never know. You never know. I could totally fall in love with Deadpool. Could totally hate it too. I think one is more likely than the other. I felt like all I had to do was buffer, attack, take damage, attack again. I think because I agree if you're just going straight aggression route. But I felt like I had to plan in taking out minions and threat reduction. Big thing for me is if you get hit by a lot of threat or side schemes, Domino can stall out. I can see that. It's playing Justice, maybe that's why. I still have to try Justice to see what it's like. They're both among the strongest heroes in the game. Yeah. They're both way up there. Way up there. I think the thing with X-23 over Domino is a slower build out, right? Because you need both her pistols, you need sharpshooter, you need all that stuff. And once she gets that board set up, I think she's crazy. I think she's crazy strong. But X-23, you weren't super strong out of the gate. You were definitely strong, but like I can throw out the same amount of like if Domino needs the 3 upgrades to get good, and let's say X-23 needs 3 upgrades, I can take out all 3 of her X-23's upgrades in like 1 turn versus Domino's would take several turns. So that's the other thing. Justice is my least favorite of my X-23 decks, but I still like it. I'll have to try it. Upside the head? Yeah. So that's the thing. It's just X-23 can build out so incredibly quick, and it feels like I'm just like slowing down for a turn if I get all of her upgrades in one hand. If I get all of Domino's upgrades in one hand, like I'm making hard choices. Right? We're talking about Sophie's choice at this point. Maybe not to that extreme, but still. There's hard choices being made versus I never felt like I really had to make that many hard choices with X-23. It was just what sequence do I want to play? Which is X-23 activations. That's crazy. I like build out heroes. Yeah, like I feel like she feels like the opposite of Psylocke to me. X-23. Like she just goes and builds out a little bit whatever. Psylocke felt like a lot more building out. And like Angel is weird too. Angel's just in a weird spot. Angel feels like very generic. Like now that I've played Angel a bunch, Angel feels like the most generic hero out there. It's very weird. Like I like him, but he feels very generic and very basic in the way he plays. Very basic. It's a very weird kind of thing. And same with Cable, to be honest. Cable feels very basic now. Builds pretty quick though. Yeah, but it's just, yeah, she does want to build a lot.